This week, it's a beta stress test for Overwatch. That's really all you really need to know. Everyone who's anyone got in, so of course, Theory got left in the dark. WoW had 6.2.3 go live, and you know what that means? Everyone's running dungeons again, because Valor's a thing, and people like upgrading their gear. New Tavern Brawl, tons of new hero stuff, including this weird two-headed ogre. And you get him in a unique way. We'll talk about all that. And last but not least, yes, the Overwatch Beta. I'm going to just talk about it again. And we have a special little surprise for one of the people we know listens, and she'll hear about it hopefully after said surprise reaches her. This is Epic Fail number 39, and today is Friday, November the 20th.
You are now listening to the Epic Fail podcast.
Yay! Greetings and welcome to the Epic Fail podcast. I am your host, Draven Dresden. With me, as always, co-conductors of the Fail train. First up, as always, ladies first and all that. All the way from the great land of the Moose Mount, we have Miss Scarlet. How are you, and what have you been up to this week?
Hello. I'm good. I don't have my Moose Mount yet, but I've joined a whole bunch of things, so hopefully I will be getting it. I'm good. Exciting times today. I got to play Overwatch. Thought it was awesome. Yes. So fun. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I joined a group with Puddles, who's been on our show a few times, and with Zug, and some other people from the guild who I should remember their names, but I totally blanked it right now. Torridge, Lar. So, we played like 4 or 5 games.
Yep. And you're cutting out again.
I'm gonna stay like this with the mic. Is that better?
Yeah, I think you kind of need to eat the mic.
Lovely. So, yes, we played a lot of games, and we won one. I have no idea what I'm doing, but pretty good. So I will be playing more this weekend. I think I'm only in the weekend beta, so I gotta use all the time I got.
Yep. Okay, and then in the land of not in Overwatch, we have Theory. How are you doing this week? Pixelated, not in Overwatch at that.
So, yeah, don't mind me. I'm just petting the cat because I don't have anything else to do. So, yeah. No, yeah, I think it's kind of funny. Did either of the two of you pre-order your Overwatch?
I did not.
No, not yet.
So, hey, let's not give it to the guy that already bought it. I'm just saying.
They have your money. You're sold on it already.
They have my money, and they're like, F you. You can wait till it gets released, I guess.
I heard it had something to do with the time you signed up for the beta.
I signed up for the beta as soon as you could sign up for the beta. And I also went back and forth with it a couple times. Now, the one thing I did do for a long time, I was playing on a Mac, and they didn't have a Mac client. They still don't have a Mac client. They're not planning to have a Mac client anytime soon. So it's possible that I was excluded because for past several months, probably close to a year, I've been playing on a Mac. But I switched that recently, but it didn't make a difference. I don't really know. But I've got friends who also didn't get it as well. I think it's pretty random, honestly. But yes, I'm definitely salty as well as pixelated about not being able to play it. But I'll get a chance, and I'm not really that overly concerned because 6.23 came out, so I've had a lot of stuff to do in WoW. And I'm fighting the urge to buy that Star Wars game too, which is not Blizzard, but it looks amazing as well. So I've got other stuff I can do.
Just gonna point one thing at you for that. Everyone that I've talked to hates it.
I've watched some streamers play, and it looks amazing graphically.
Yeah. That's the selling point for it. But they say the gameplay is just awful.
If that's the case, then maybe I'll wait a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if you go over to Twitch, yes, that particular game is beating World of Warcraft, which has not put any real major content out in months. We just got a patch, but it's nothing new. We just, new mode of doing things that we've done for a decade, a couple years now. And that game just came out, and it was only like 500 subscribers higher, or 500 viewers higher.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean the game's bad, but usually kind of points out.
Tally's been playing it a lot, and he's one of the several different streamers that I watch quite a bit, and he's going to be having a decent time. But I don't know. The thing is that most of the other games that I've purchased, I have not spent a whole lot of time with the exception of Rocket League, outside of my WoW wheelhouse. So I haven't spent the $60 the hours, so I don't know if I will now. Just because even if I do enjoy it, I'm probably not going to get $60 worth of playtime out of it because I'm going to instead go right back to WoW.
Yeah. As for me, I have done way less Overwatch than I'd like. I found out that, much like StarCraft and Heroes, my good computer crashes during it when I play with other people. Yeah. I'm thinking my video card's going bad, or just is not the video card I thought it was. So that'll be fun. New video card for me, hopefully. Other than that, I'm a few missions into the campaign of Legacy of the Void, another game that I'm nowhere near far enough in for my taste. And that is because, much like everyone else, 6.2.3 has been dominating my life outside of work. Because, Valor and time walking mount and stuff. Luckily, I have tons of characters, and I can run time walking because most of them are tanks and healers. So that makes that queue time not as horrible. Other than that, work, work, work. The joys of retail. Yeah. So,
I don't know what you're talking about. I enjoy my retail life.
Yeah. No. That makes you crazier than me, which is saying something.
It's all about where you work.
There's that. No, I won't tell you where I work. Sorry. So, that's been my week. And, looking over pictures from BlizzCon that a lot of other people put up, all that fun stuff. Being like, I remember that picture. I took that picture. I remember that. I was there for that. That kind of thing. I will say one of my top 10 BlizzCon moments was the live t-shirt ad for Azeroth Roundtable. It's such a stupid little thing, but just seeing it live them do that live. That was so fun. I know it's weird theory. Don't judge me. I main the Paladin, and you main whatever you feel like that week.
That is true.
Yeah. All right. So I say we just go ahead and get into the show. No real overall massive Blizzard in general news, so it looks like we need to do some World of Warcraft. So let's go ahead and get into that.
World of Warcraft.
And as we've mentioned, 6.2.3 went live, which brings us Valor, more Valor, and the minute chance at a mount during time walking.
And not to mention a whole bunch of other little stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't see anything worth mentioning or anything else, honestly.
Cataclysm time walking.
That's time walking.
Extra time walking dungeons.
That's time walking. I only got Grim Batol once so far.
And it wasn't that
love
bad.
Grim Batol.
Well, okay,
Yes.
I got it twice. Once Alliance side, and then on my healer Horde side. I'm going to apologize to my group when I was on my Shaman healer, but I can't heal through one-shots. So
Big one shots in there.
what's his name? The big dude that everyone has issues with. It just kicked the crap out of 2 of the DPS. I couldn't heal through it. There was just no way.
Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Throngus or something like that.
The one that's like a kind of like a ground dragon, like a dragonkin kind of boss.
No, this was a 2-headed ogre. It's the second
The
boss.
ogre? He's
I never really had
easy.
issues with him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Two DPS decided to stand in the fire breath. And then the very last boss, those same 2 DPS, who coincidentally died every single freaking boss fight, died really quickly on the last boss. So it was me, a hunter, me on my healer, a hunter, and the paladin tank. And the 3 of us finished the last 80% of the last boss on our own. I'm just looking at, like, how did you guys die? I looked, and I was like, really? You died to that. You could have just sidestepped.
I had a couple of groups like that too. It was doing end time,
Mhm.
and literally 2 of the DPS died at the very beginning. And then you know how at the last boss you pop the what do they call it? The sand thing.
The hourglass thing?
Yeah, the hourglass, and then it kind of returns you in time. And they would res and then just stand there and not realize they were alive and get hit with the AoE on the ground and be dead again. So it was pretty entertaining. Pretty much me and the healer soloed
Yeah.
probably about 90% of the fight.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
love, honestly, those.
So after you said the word honestly, Scarlet, you kind of started moving your mouth and not saying anything.
Should
Well,
I
what
start
I was-
like talking when she like phases out, and I'll just finish her sentences for her?
Yeah.
Yes. But what I was saying is I love the end time dungeons. They're the best.
Agreed.
Luckily, I've only had to go against Jaina once. That seems to be the issue that a lot of groups have, is trying to weave their way through and get all the fragments and not kill the trash at all.
Just kill the trash.
Yeah.
These
don't have to
most of these
kill-
people never saw it when it was like current. Just kill the trash.
But in terms of the actual boss fights, honestly, I think Bane is the hardest one, because you have to have someone with a totem they get thrown to throw it back, and it's targeting. You have to actually target where you're throwing it. So if you throw it through and past, it doesn't hit. It's where it lands. So yeah, thank you, random hunter guy who missed every single totem.
Bane is
Luckily, I
fun.
didn't have that one. I didn't have Beam.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Sylvanas is my favorite still, just because of the closing in on you ghost thing.
Sylvanas takes people out who don't understand what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
There's another one where it was pretty much me and the healer. But, I mean, at least you can release and run back on that one and get there in a decent amount of time. But, yeah.
So yeah, there's that. I know Theory, you and several people I know have been grinding the crap out of Mythics on multiple tunes.
Yeah, I have done all the Mythics on my quote-unquote main Paladin right now, Prot Pally. And I think 3 on my Bear and 2 on my Rogue. Which I'm really only, right now, since I'm maining the Paladin for our current raid team, focusing on trying to get as much valor as possible for him. But in exchange for people helping us getting groups for the Mythics, I've been using other tunes to kind of just fill spots so that everybody else can finish too. Because, I mean, you get a chunk of valor by doing the Mythics. It's 300 each. So you run 2 Mythics and you've got a fully upgraded piece. So it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah. How about you, Scarlet? Have you been grinding the Valor for upgrades?
I haven't done as much as I've wanted to. I did like 1 mythic dungeon, and I did all my time walking. But I didn't really have time after work, so I plan to do a lot of that tomorrow. Although with the Overwatch Beta,
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'll end up getting done. I may just end up being a week behind on upgrades because Overwatch.
Yeah. I know in my case, up until this expansion, I would have been like, I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. I know what I'm doing. And then Tuesday would have been capping my Paladin. Wednesday would have been capping my Mage and getting started on my Death Knight. Probably, honestly, I would have combined them and capped all 3 in 2 days.
But you can't really, because the daily heroic is a daily.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Capping as high as you
You
can.
can get all the Mythics done and get all the LFRs done if you're crazy.
Yeah, just
I heard the LFRs were good.
Yeah, they're going to be great this week and next week because all the high-end raiders are doing them.
Yeah, I've heard
In
stories
3 weeks,
of like
they'll be back to normal.
20, 30-second boss kills, like the Butcher in High Mall.
Butcher died in less than 30 seconds in my group.
It's like 20 seconds. He doesn't even have time to do anything. He's just like, I'm going to hit. Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, that knockback he does, it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
It like almost all of the raid mechanics in there, because of the fact you have like high-end DPS in there, you just negate them. You don't have to worry about it. I got DC'd at the very beginning of the plant boss that's right after Butcher. I forget its name.
Oh,
but
Brackenspore.
Yeah, Brackenspore. I got DC'd at the very beginning of that fight, right? And it was a quick DC, so I'm logging right back in. I log in, and I'm the only person left in the raid.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, it's like it probably was 40 seconds that I was offline.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gone long enough to get kicked, but they killed the boss and everybody else dropped group.
Yeah. Did you at least get the Valor for it?
Yeah, I got the Valor.
Yeah.
And I got some crap in my mailbox too. I don't remember what it was. It was vendor trash, but yeah, I mean, it's just kind of crazy because that fight used to take like 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, if you get everyone in the proper gear area, yeah, it takes a little while.
So I did have something else happen to me in WoW, though.
If you tell me you got the time walking mount, I'm going to turn this show off.
Oh, do it.
No, I did not get the time walking mount. But I did manage to stay awake in the raid, unlike somebody else who fell asleep every single boss.
That was not me. I left early,
I had to
so...
leave. Exactly. Someone had to
I-
leave because they were falling asleep.
No, I didn't have to leave because I was falling asleep. I had to leave because I had to try to sleep because I had to be at work early.
Was he running into walls?
No.
Was he just like
Yes,
face
he
running into the
was.
walls?
No.
Bro, I have it on good information that someone said he had to leave because he was falling asleep.
So instead of being like in top 5 DPS, he's underneath the tanks. You're beating him, probably.
Yep.
No, that's not what
Yep.
it was anyway.
You beat him anyway sometimes.
I actually told the raid leader I had to leave early due to work. I was not running into walls. I was wide awake, and honestly, I probably should have stayed because I stayed awake the entire time anyway. And just tossed and turned. I couldn't sleep. So, and since I wasn't there, how did that go? Did you
I
get
don't even remember what boss we were on.
the one that has mechanics that no one pays attention to because it's a one shot when you do it on normal?
Oh no, we just went back to
Zakun?
Probably, yeah. The Grommash
yeah, fell.
the fetishized Grommash fight.
So you guys were doing that one on Heroic?
I was there for like 1 or 2 pulls on Heroic, and then I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to at least try to go to sleep. And then...
Yeah, the mechanics actually matter on Heroic.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did get Iskar dead.
Yay! So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left.
Technically, I only have 4 left. Because I got into a pug once, and one-shot Heroic Manra. So... But
Yeah,
the
well,
big team.
I'm gonna get Heroic Archimond at some point, because I signed up for like 7 of those friendly moose things.
So did I. Oh, there's one that the CTR Guild is running,
I
so
signed
go
up for
check
that one
out
too.
Convert Mythic.
I signed up for
Telling
that
our
one too.
listeners.
Yes.
So I guess I'm the only
Telling
one who
our
actually wants to like
listeners.
get it with my raid team.
Oh, I want to help the raid team get it too. I just don't want to wait on it.
I don't really care that much about the moose that I need to have it now.
Well,
If it takes us 6 months to get the moose, then that's fine because we'll still have several months before
yeah,
the expansion comes out. So that's fine. I'll just wait.
it's
good.
not I'm not willing to wait to get it. It's more of a that's another number on my counter. So yeah. Was there really anything else like 623 worth mentioning?
Yeah, a couple of quick things. Baleful Gear is boosting out kind of on random.
All right, hold on. Theory. Pixels and
Frozen.
Frozen. You just need to let it
That was
go.
that was a good little jerk going. I had like the finger.
Yep.
It was yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, lost video.
Your sound got better.
Kind of.
Well, yeah. When you lose video, the sound gets better. That's
Usually. Yeah.
that's normal. But I think just Skype hates me because my internet right now is great.
Yeah. After show, there is another possibility we can talk about other than Skype, but we'll see. So yeah,
Cool.
Baleful can go up. What, 695?
Yeah, anywhere between 650 to 695, and out of probably about 10 or 12 tokens I got, like 6 of them upgraded decently.
Yeah. Also, I'm
So-
going to mention that holy crap, your camera and sound are like great right now.
Well, good, damn it. Maybe somebody from Skype's listening.
Yeah, about time, Skype people. Not. No. Okay. I know Mythics. We've been running that. You can get up to 725. I've seen a couple 720s on people. Not for me. Every single one of my drops have been 685, except for the 2 trinkets that I got on my first 2 runs. I got 1 left. You have 3?
Yeah, I got 3.
You got all of them? Sure.
Is it all of them? I don't know how many there is. I got one that was like a tank trinket that's kind of horrible stats wise because it's like all versatility. It'll be good for leveling though. And then I got a agility one, and I got a intellect caster one. So I didn't get a healer one though.
I think there's only 3 or 4 because there's only one more slot in my thing there. So
if the agility one switches automatically to strength, then that could be that one.
No,
but the
strength and agility are different. I think what it is the one you had for a tank will switch over to the strength one. Because the one I have a strength one and I have an agility one, and there's another one that I don't know what it is. But I haven't seen an intellect one. I don't know if there is one. I would assume there would.
Oh, there is. The third one I got is intellect, but the proc is for damage, not for healing.
So who knows? They're 715. They're honestly not very good against most mobs. For leveling, they should be pretty much amazing because you're going to be fighting demons and they proc demon damage. Demon damage.
The agility one's not bad. It's got a lot of agility on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the strength one has really no strength on it, but it's got all the other stats. Ace, crit, mastery. A nice chunk of them.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that. That's a different
I
one. I think there's probably 5.
Yeah. Who knows? However many there are, there's a lot of them. Yes, Scarlett?
I don't even know what drops for...
I forgot. I don't even know what drops for the dungeons.
That was a good impression. How do you know? I mean, it's not a question. What I'm trying to say is I don't even know what drops in there.
Yeah, the trinkets are random. You just get a random one. You have a chance at a random one.
And they're personal. It just goes in your bag. Yeah. Like, you don't even get to, like, loot it. It's just, oh, hey, there's a trinket.
Yay, trinket. Yay, trinket. Yay, trinket. You did get an upgrade on your pally, or was it your bear last night?
Last night was a paladin. Bear, I didn't get any upgrades. I got like 3 or 4 pieces, but they were all lower than what I needed. Yeah. I want to say it was boots. I got 15 level because it was 715 since I had 700 on, I think.
Yeah, 715. Yep. And I'm just reiterating what you just said because you pixeled out a bit. So yeah, honestly, I'm doing it for the Valor. I don't expect the 725s, which is really all I'm going to see an upgrade out of. Just because of tier set bonuses and stuff like that. I know Belt and Wrist are the 2 that I'm trying to get, even though I have sockets on the ones I got. But that's just because the stats I have on the ones I'm wearing are awful. Crit versatility on both, I believe. Which are like...
Yummy.
Yeah, it's like my 2 worst possible stats, but their item was just so much better than the other item I had. I was like, oh, here we go. Alright. So yeah, 6-3. We talked about Kata time walking. Have you guys noticed any awful dungeons overall?
For the time walking?
Yeah.
As far as difficulty, end time's probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
And then the one boss in Grimbatol.
Yeah, I've noticed Grimbatol and Stonecore seem to be the 2 hardest ones, and it's only one boss in each that are really giving people major issues for the most part. I mean, the one group I had, yeah, they had derp DPS, but Stonecore is that big rock dude in the thing. Tanks are still dying, DPS are still dying, and I even have taken up to, hey, just move out of it. That's all you have to do. We'll kill the boss. Move out of it.
So, I died on that fight right before I killed it, tanking it. I don't know if it was a lag spike maybe hit me, or if maybe the actual animation is not as large as the actual damage goes out on that. Because on my screen, I was outside of it. Because I know to move. I just didn't move far enough. But I don't know if it's because I lagged or if it's because it's actually bigger than the animation.
Which ability?
The big one. The one where you can see it on the
circle?
ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
The circle one is that big, so I'm thinking lag.
It's very possible, the way my internet's been lately.
Oh, yeah, I know. We've noticed.
So I didn't have any problems in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Maybe that was because I was tanking it, but
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it seriously made me giddy to go in the end time dungeons. I was like annoying the heck out of the group I got because they were all like, "Oh my god, can you just like calm down?" Like, no, I'm so excited. This is so fun. And I went on a chain run with it was a guild group, which actually was not our guild group, but just like a random guild group that needed a tank, and they were really good. So we just did like 4 together, and I made them do the bonus bosses, and they kind of grumbled about that, but then they did them anyways. It was fun. I liked it.
Yeah, if you stay in combat, it's really hard to kick a tank, especially on
No,
mostly
I didn't.
combat.
I didn't stay in combat. I was just like, please, can we do it? And they're like, okay, fine.
I'm going to give you a hint. You're the tank. The group will follow you.
Not if it's a guild group and they really don't want to, because I got kicked last time walking because they said I was pulling too slow.
So if you pull faster, they can't kick you.
Yeah.
I tried to do that. I stayed in combat and they somehow kicked me.
Well, if it was a guild group of 3 or 4, then they got a huge nick
4.
in there. Yeah, then they got a nice chunk of we can't kick anyone again for a while, because the more you have in your group, the longer the cooldown for that is, kind of thing. You have a bigger cooldown set into effect. But I mean, I had some really nice groups. Most of them were guild groups, but I did pug some. I did some time walking on my death knight, and guys were like, just pull everything up to the boss. I'm bored. I was like, okay then. So I did. And then I topped DPS because death knight. Here's 2
It's not
diseases
just
on
that night,
everything.
it's all the tanks. If
Yeah.
you can pull more than 5 mobs, the tanks are at the top of the charts, usually, in time walking.
Yeah, it was fun. I do the same thing no matter what I'm in with when I'm tanking. I start off slow because I don't know the capabilities of the group, and then as I unless I mouse over the healer and whatnot and see health pools and all that fun stuff. But I always start slow, and then I build up until the end, and then I know for Stone Core on my Death Knight, I tanked that. And I literally, after the big rock boss, I took everything to the next boss. I popped a cooldown to be safe, but otherwise.
Speaking of that, do you guys think the Kata dungeons are undertuned compared to the other time walking dungeons? Because to me, they seem easier than, say, the other time walking like Lich King or BC dungeons.
Yeah,
They
I
seem
think they're probably
slightly
on
easier.
par. Honestly, but you got to remember that's the ones that we're most familiar with. It's the ones that we did most recently from the time walking. You know what I mean? So like we're very familiar with those. But I do think that, with the exception of Halls of Lightning, there's not a whole lot of one-shot mechanics in the other time walking dungeons. And these dungeons have some one-shot mechanics if you don't know how to do them. So I think that adds a little bit more difficulty to it currently. But as far as just like general numbers, I think they're pretty much in line, in my opinion.
In terms of trash, I've seen Stone Core is really the hardest one. And that's just because before the first boss, you have those ads that if you don't nuke down right off the bat, they transform and massive AoE, and they have bigger armor, and it takes longer to kill them, which is why every group tends to focus them first. And then after that boss, I think it's after the second boss, actually. You have that one room before the big rock guy whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. Where it's kind of like Halls of Lightning. If you have a hunter with
Whole
barrage,
everything.
you're gonna
Yeah.
die.
Whole everything.
And I specifically
That room
remember
is fun.
I specifically remember mentioning on my mage when I did the time walking on that, please do not use barrage. And then he did. So I popped everything I had, including mirror images, combustion, everything, because I play fire, the real mage spec. And I know. I saw my damage go through the roof, and then I ran away and invised. And watched everyone else die. Because it was happening.
So speaking of mages, we know several mages that are pretty good, but I gotta say, our newest mage, Twilight, who may or may not listen to this, is actually impressed the hell out of me in the past couple of days. We did a bunch of runs with him, and he's a little undergeared. That's a word still, but he's pulling off really good numbers.
Yeah.
And he's arcane.
Yes, I know, which is why I refuse to play Arcane. Well, one of the reasons. I just don't like the playstyle. That or Frost. I have the spec available to me. I'm staying Fire because it's just more fun for me. It might not pull the same numbers all the time, but just the style of Arcane I can't stand. So yeah. Fun
In our
times.
chat room, one of our listeners seems to think their perspective, the dungeon.
So you're cutting out again. From their perspective.
So, from chat room's perspective, they think that the dungeons are a little bit undertuned.
So here's a question, because in chat, that's our buddy Howland that says that. You were also healing me for some of those, were you not? Have you healed any pugs?
Yeah, I mean, even...
Actually, I take that back. He was healing me for mythics.
Yeah.
Not for time walking. So yeah, it was probably somebody else. So actually, that's probably true then.
Well, even if when we get scaled down though, our gear, especially if we have a bunch of sockets, is gonna outweigh the dungeon. The only one tech that we shouldn't actually outgear by a horrible amount is going to be End Time, because that was the last dungeon of the expansion.
Yeah, it was a catch-up dungeon.
Yeah, so I would think that would be a little harder than the other ones, minus the one-shot mechanics in that one particular room in Stonecore. So, I mean, yeah, I can see it as people. Okay, well, maybe it is undertuned, but honestly, I think it's because of the one-shot mechanics and the fact that they're in every freaking boss in every room.
I love it.
Yeah. My personal favorite was for one-shot mechanics is the last boss in Stonecore, where you have that nice big bright yellow graphic. At least on my screen, it's big bright yellow like flashing graphic. The boulder is going to land here, and 3 DPS stand in it and die.
That's a spread, not a stack.
Yeah, that's a don't stand here. But while it was funny, it made the boss fight go longer, and okay, fine, I'm healing, and the tank is overpowered too, so we killed it and didn't care. But it just took a while, so while it was amazingly funny, it was also amazingly annoying. Because no battle res, because paladins don't have one, and shamans can only battle res themselves. Once every 30 minutes.
And that's why you should always play Death Knight.
No, not gonna happen. Alright. In other WoW news, they put out a video which, due to some listener feedback, which we thank you for, sir, we're not going to do video-wise because it's kind of a longer video. It's like 2 minutes. It's an amazing video, but we're going to try to keep clear of that for a little bit. It's the Boost to 100 video, where the goblin decides, I'm going to be 100 because the gnome is 90. And then he proceeds to Looney Tunes his way to level 1. But I think what really made that video amazing was the Hosen got the level 100 boost.
Yeah, that was funny.
With a golden mustache, no less.
Because monkeys are cool.
So yeah, check that out if you haven't seen it already. If you're listening to this, you probably have seen it a couple times. You guys have anything else for WoW, or do we need to skedaddle off of that and go somewhere else?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? I was sleeping.
Let's shuffle the deck.
Shuffle the deck, okay. And I'm ignoring your comment, Miss I play DK.
As long as she wasn't running into the wall.
Oh, I've seen her do that before. Anyway, shuffling up, we've got some Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Yay, Hearthstone. So, this week, we got a new Tavern Brawl. It is Captain Blackheart's Treasure. For those who don't know, Captain Blackheart is the captain in the Heroes map. And he's the one who does the firing, you gotta pay him and all that. Well, here in Tavern Brawl, they're showing off the new mechanic. Every time it's your turn, 3 cards pop up. They're not in your deck, they're just there. And it's completely random, you pick the one you want. Which is nice until you realize the cards that you get in your hand, the only minion cards you have in your deck are the 2/3 pirates, and that's it. So.
But pirates are awesome.
Okay, well I got an ogre ninja out of mine, so I had to pick it. Because ninjas and pirates and ogres and 50% chance of attacking the wrong target.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the Tavern Brawl. It's not my personal favorite, but it wasn't a bad one. Theory, have you tried it this week? No?
I have not. 6.2.3. No cards for me yet.
Alrighty. How about you?
However, I will say, listening to you explain how this one works does make me want to play it.
Yeah, it's the new Discover mechanic every turn. How about you, Scarlett? What do you think of this one? I know you've played it a few times.
I like it. Although, I like all Tavern Brawls usually. So there's been one.
Yeah, there was the one you didn't care for.
But no, I like this one. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sitting on it.
Yeah. We only have 2 mana, right, to use? There were some.
The 2 mana is the.
Oh, that was the that's
the
the
adventure.
Yeah, that's the adventure. There's I did pick up the adventure. I paid $20 and got the whole thing. So whenever it comes out, I have them. Theory has not played it. So Scarlett, what do you think of the adventure so far?
I love the first wing. I like the escape room mechanic. I'm getting better at these adventures. I did not have to net deck anything until the last boss on Heroic. So all of the other ones I was able to make my own decks for. Just the last boss on Heroic, I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized I was just missing... I had the Freeze Mage idea right, but I was missing Taunt minions.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I like the escape one. That's the third one of Wing 1. The minecart was interesting for Wing 2.
Yeah, the minecart was kind of fun.
Yeah. I like that they're having this weird like you have to live for this long, and the deck is stacked against you, and you have to figure out how to do it. But yeah, it was interesting. I have not set foot in the heroics yet. I've done all of the normals. I one-shot every single one of them, and then I played a couple of them again because I liked them. And then the only one I had an issue for the class quest, which I believe it was Druid and Paladin this week. It was the Druid one I had to do a second time because the card drop. I just had horrible card draw. But the second time I got through it, so I'm up to date. And there's no new cards if you clear it on heroic, right? That's just at the end you might get a card back. Okay. Yay! But yeah, the League of Explorers Oldemon. I'm getting a kick out of. Okay, the first week was Reno Jackson. This week was Bran. I'm assuming. I'm really, really, really hoping next week is the freaking Murloc, where he just.
I think it is.
Where he just at you the whole time.
Finley Murgleton.
Yeah. But he'll do it like with an arrogant accent, like instead of the usual, derpy Murloc sound. I'm hoping they have like this arrogant jerk of a accent for that.
How's that sound again?
How's it sound? About like this. About like that.
You're gonna give everyone nightmares.
I've been told I do that in real life. I might as well do it on the internet too. So yeah, that's really about it for Tavern Brawl. We have about 9 days left of the month, so if you're gonna get to ranking, get to ranking. How high are you up right now, Scarlett? I haven't asked in a while.
I'm 17 right now, but I think I got down to the 16 this month.
I haven't been doing a whole lot of rank just because I've been so busy with everything else, but I think I'm on the last star of 17. I haven't hit 16 yet. I swear, I keep trying to make this freaking Dragon Priest work. And I know it works, because I had a couple months of, oh my god, amazing, and then people made decks specifically to counter Dragon Priest every single level. So I've been having more success with Mage and Hunter.
I've been using a combination of Dragon Priest and Paladin.
I deleted my
Which
Murloc
actually
Paladin. I got rid of it.
Does a lot.
If you get the exact right cards in the exact right order, it can destroy your opponent, but if you miss one card of that, you just get wrecked. So I think I'm gonna do Secret Paladin instead. And, just annoy the crap out of my opponent to death. That sounds like my plan. Let's see. Diablo PTR is live. Not really enough there to. It's not in the show notes, so not really enough to talk about outside of, hey, it's there. Season 5 is on the PTR, which means Cuddles. My offer to get you to 70 is still valid if you want the that mount in Heroes.
So in keeping with tradition,
Yay,
I have
tradition.
something for Warcraft real quick that I thought was kind of interesting.
Okay.
If you remember a couple days ago, I said to you that it looked like the launcher changed the names of the different servers on the Battle.net launcher.
Okay.
When I opened the Battle.net launcher today, the beta is no longer listed. And it was there the day before yesterday. Now I have the regular Live Legion, because I did pre-order, and PTR for Warlords of Draenor. So the beta server was listed previously for me, and it is now gone.
I think that was just they pushed out the beta, like, to not live servers, but to the PTR servers. And then all of a sudden, boom, data mining happened.
Yep.
So they're still obviously going through all that. So that was fun.
But pulling it off the launcher seems a bit extreme because it's been on the launcher since the beta for Warlords was out when I was in it then. So it seems a little odd.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, you know, it is what it is.
I was going to say maybe it was so... like, I heard that the actual beta got deployed to the server. I don't know how that works, but that's how they were able to data mine stuff. So maybe...
Yeah, there's been all kinds of stuff the past few days talking about it, but I just think it's kind of funny. Little things like that change, and I notice it, and usually that means they're doing something when something like that changes.
Yeah.
So I would imagine probably we'll have a beta out in the next week or so.
If there's a big name game coming out, I know Blizzard doesn't actually put anything out exactly when other games come out. It's just one of those weird coincidences that happens every single time.
But 2 big name games just came out last week.
And we just got 6.2.3 and Overwatch Beta. And and Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It just had the thing. So yeah, and Cho'Gall, which we'll get to here in a bit.
So is there another game that I can't think of that's coming out in the next week or two?
Probably. I don't know what it is. I don't keep up on most of it. I don't have the income to be like, I want this game, I want this game, I want this console, I want that console. I'm like, I can buy a hero. Speaking of buying heroes, I know, great segue there.
That segue though.
I know, especially when you bring it up and talk about it. That's just epic right there. Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm.
Okay, back to us. Yay. So, completely unrelated, this is behind the scenes stuff. I don't know what it is, but every now and then, whenever I get you guys on Skype, YouTube, and the videos that we play for that, just the volume just completely shuts down. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that, so I don't have to re-edit them in every single time. Yay, more fun stuff for me.
Yay, editing?
Yay, editing. Yep. So yeah, a little behind the scenes stuff for people who probably don't care. Yeah. So, heroes. Free, as usual, we'll talk about, free this week. ETC, Johanna, Lily, the Butcher, Zagara, Rhaegar at 12, and Kael'thas at 15. This is actually a pretty amazing free-to-play week. None of these heroes suck. Which, usually that doesn't happen. Usually you get, like, Chen. Yes, I hate on Chen.
The Johanna's staring at me.
Yeah.
I really kind of want to try it, but I haven't logged into that game in like 3 months.
Yes, I know. I keep asking, have you played it? And you're like, no.
Nope.
Yep. Alright, and then weekly sale. You got Kerosene, $5. Jade Dragon Skin for Kerosene. $375. And if you get the coloring right, he looks like freaking Goku from Dragon Ball. And Ranger General Sylvanas, also $375. I actually paid gold for Karazim. He's actually not bad. I like him a whole lot more than I like the medic, which I thought would kind of be the other way around. Uh-oh. Okay, Siri's light just kind of flickered on.
That was internet. My light's still bright.
Yeah, I figured it was internet. That's why I was worried. But yeah. So yeah, fun times there. They did announce a special Black Friday sale. So yay, more stuff on sale. And it is pretty much...
Buy.
Do what?
More stuff to buy.
Yeah, more stuff to buy. Wintervale Jaina, Great Father Winter Rhaegar, and then a reindeer mount, which the spelling of rain I'm hoping is meant to be funny. Reign. Nazebo's mount, the Lunar Tiger, and the Magic Carpet. They are 50% off of normal. And they're adding a 360-day stim pack, which is almost an entire year at a deeply discounted price. I do not have that brought up, but if you're interested in playing Heroes, that would probably be the way to go on that. So yay, more stuff. Wintervale Jaina is one I would probably get, but seeing as how all the mounts, I'd be like, oh, mounts. I don't want to.
That sale goes for like 2 weeks too, so like that's a pretty long sale.
November 24th to December 8th is the Black Friday sale, so it's a bit. But if you're into that, cool. Looks like it'll be a good deal. And then we mentioned it last week. The Cloud9 Winners at BlizzCon sale. Angelic Vala, Judgment Uther, Pajamather, Super Sonia, and Vrykul Leoric. That is the skin and the hero. You get both of those discounted as a bundle. You don't get them separate, it's a bundle. But they do have dynamic bundles. So that means if you already own, in my case, Abathur. Actually, I own all those heroes. I only need to worry about the skins, of which I own Leoric. And that's it. So I gotta pay for 4 skins if I buy that.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And then last up for this, for Heroes, this weird new hero actually got released to the public. And that is Cho'Gall. And you get one person driving, one person casting, and they both have abilities, they both have talent trees. And when you play him with someone else, the greatest thing ever happens. It takes the first 3 letters of person playing Cho'Gall, takes their name, takes the first 3 letters, pops it on there. You get an apostrophe, takes the last 4 letters of the person playing Gall, pops that on there. And there has been some interesting combinations, such as someone playing Cho was named Assistant, and someone playing Gall was named Hole. Now,
man.
What makes this even better, if you turn the mature language filter on, it is actually censored. The name is actually censored.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, there's been all kinds of weird, odd names. I have not had a chance to play Cho'Gall, as I generally play solo. So I haven't tried him yet. I'm looking forward to being able to at some point. So yeah, there's that. And The way you get them is interesting, and the community is literally bending over backwards trying to get everybody Cho'Gall. There are in-game chat channels. It's like it's join Cho'Gall or something like that. There's tons of them of people just saying, "I want Cho'Gall. I have Cho'Gall. Let's meet up and play this game." Because you have to be in a group of 2 to queue up together to play them. So you can't queue them up solo. So yeah, it's nice to see people actually being nice in the community as opposed to wow, get away noob. And Scarlet, I don't know what's up with your mic, but I can't hear a word you're saying.
I was saying I'm not a noob.
In that particular game, you are.
Never.
You try to give the towers hugs, and then they
Wait,
shoot you in the
wrong
face.
with
that's
hugs.
not what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to give them hugs with bullets and magic powers and stuff like that, not your face.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I think I was doing it wrong, but I'll try again.
Again, just pick up Uther and give him the hug. Give him the face hug.
I will say the Overwatch Beta tutorial thing is much friendlier than Uther was. Okay, Uther just can go die in a fire.
So I don't know whether I should be happy knowing that or pissed that I can't experience it myself at the moment.
Please move to the designated target area. Please use your weapon on the target.
Yeah, but it was easy. She even thanks you when you do it properly.
Thank you for not destroying the compound you are in and only the target area. Let's try.
So-
Shoot everything.
Let's try
Before
this
the
ability
match
now.
starts, you can shoot all the stuff, all the arcade games and stuff. It's fun.
If you get the map with the TVs on the wall, you can shoot all the TVs off the wall, and they have bullet holes in them.
Shoot the vending machines.
Kill the vending machine. Unfortunately, no candy comes out of the vending machine. I thought that'd be amazing. Maybe if you put it on like the ultra high setting, you actually see the candy fall out. I don't know. I don't have it that high, so yes. But since we're talking Overwatch, because we're pretty much done with heroes, other than Cloud9 out in China, and they're not doing as well as everyone was hoping, but new meta out there, so all that fun stuff. Anyway, since we were talking Overwatch, let's go ahead and hit up some Overwatch talk for serious.
Overwatch.
So, beta happened, at least stress test beta.
What are you talking about? I don't like nothing happened.
Not for you. You're in queue this week.
Oh,
Yep.
This is what it feels like to be in queue.
Yes, it's because you kept making fun of me for being in queue with everything else. I went to Howland and said, "Hey, put him in queue for a week."
To Howland. All right. So the funny thing is that if you hadn't had your chance meeting with your friends from Blizzard, who you can't remember his name, if you hadn't had that meeting, Scarlet probably would have gotten into this weekend beta, and neither one of us would have. Which would be
That's
hysterical funny.
Yeah.
If she got in and both of us didn't. So you're very
what
lucky,
happened.
my friend. Yeah.
The thing about me, in terms of luck, I will have that one moment of, holy crap, that was really amazing luck. And then to follow that one moment, I will have a month of just the fan going insane on me and all over the place. So, yeah, that's how my luck works. I will have that one moment of, how did this even happen? and then I'll follow it up by the way, I suck at the game, so I haven't really played it as much as I want to.
It's fun.
It's amazing fun, but I suck at it, and I get frustrated whenever I see, oh, they're defending. Oh, they have 6 bastions. Well, I'm just going to stand here and let them shoot me, because that's pretty much what's going to happen anyway.
So you can switch your hero during the game, right?
Yes, but I suck at Tracer, and that's kind of the bastion counter. There's another one, I forget her name. One of the flyers, I think Symmetra, would be a nice counter to bastion because she can get up high. Maybe Diva too, I don't know. But a flyer that can fire down would be a nice. But either way, it was just one of those things. I got frustrated. I am gonna load it back in. I will load back in. Probably not tonight, but before WoW reset, I'll probably jump back in, and we'll figure it out. I might even try some other heroes instead of just, Reaper.
Reaper was kind of fun. And I liked the guy with the crossbow. He was cool.
Hanzo, yeah. I did try Genji, and I do not like him at all. He's throwing ninja stars as his main attack. I'm like, no, I don't like it. It's too slow. If I was any good at him, maybe, but I suck at first-person shooter, and I made no secret of it, and I proved it.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's fun though. So, theory. On the off chance you happen to get into next stress test or just get a regular beta invite, what 2 or 3 heroes would you want to try the most?
Junkrat. Definitely that one. Probably a little bit of Reaper. And then Diva, honestly. Diva's one of the newer ones, the one that has the mech, who's the professional gamer or whatever, and she can jump out of the mech.
The great big pink mech.
Right. I don't like the look of the great big pink mech, but I love the idea of being in a mech and being able to get out of the mech and then get back in the mech. I think that is really, really cool idea, cool take on a first-person shooter that they really haven't done. They've had all kinds of like mech games where you're in giant mechs fighting each other, but having a regular, like, smaller mech that's inside a first-person game is relatively new. So I think that's very cool. I'm hoping they come out with a different skin that maybe isn't hot pink for it, so that I don't have to be the hot pink character. But that's definitely one of the ones that I want to try.
Yeah,
there is nothing wrong with hot pink.
If you are into hot pink, you're allowed to be into hot pink, but it's kind of one of those things where I don't want to play it for that reason.
I could see that being a turnoff, but if it's fun, I won't care. I'll let it go. I don't care.
I mean, if they come out with, I imagine they probably will at some point, a skin of a different color. It could even be pale blue.
Yeah, just make it blue. Make it a shade of blue. I don't care.
Any
or purple.
Any non-pink color.
I'm fine with.
I would try it, see if I liked it, and if I did, I'd probably buy the skin.
Can you imagine hot pink Reaper? Because that would be cool.
You may have just killed Reaper for him. And bye, Draven. Yep. Nope, he's back. Okay.
Hot pink Reaper would be so cool.
That is wrong on so many levels.
Please, Blizzard, make a hot pink Reaper skin, and I will buy it.
They've already kind of ruined the character for me by showing his face. Don't make it worse.
Can you hear the cats fighting?
So I have an idea. Yeah. You can hear it a little bit. You can hear the cats fighting better than we can you when your mic cuts out. But I have an idea for a character.
Cats fighting.
Oh, they're going at it. Get him. So, you know how Reaper kind of spins around and does his like phasing in and out thing that he does?
Yep.
So I was watching one of the streams and he was doing that. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. They should make a character that dances. Arch / dancer. that moves and spins and kicks and does all that kind of crazy stuff. And they could, say that like a gymnast or something like that. It'd be pretty cool.
It'd be kind of
That
hard.
would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be kind of a martial artist. Because they're actually...
Yeah, I'm thinking kind of like a mixture. Yeah, I think kind of a mixture would be a good idea. Like they did the thing with the skating guy that kills people with music, which supposedly he's pretty strong in the game from what I've seen.
Yeah, I
But,
have no interest in playing him, but yeah, from what I've heard, he's fairly strong.
Yeah, I'm the same on that one. No interest in playing him, but there's several other ones that are cool. Also, oh shoot, I can't remember her name, but the sniper that's been around since the beginning.
Widowmaker.
Widowmaker is another one that I definitely want to play too.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, first-person shooter games, I'm the sniper that sits and just snipes people until they figure out where you're at.
So, Scarlet, you were playing the beta earlier. Who all did you play? Who did you like? Who didn't you like? That kind of thing.
I played a lot as Agent
Soldier 76. Okay.
And I played Reaper. The guy, whatever his name is. I liked it. I was most comfortable with the tutorial dude but Reaper was pretty fun. But again, I need to probably learn how to play the tank classes because I have a habit of just running into the middle of everything and then dying very fast. So I gotta stop that. But it was still pretty cool. I managed to kill some people.
Managed to kill some people, and then you cut out again.
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The games that I played, I mostly stuck with Reaper. I did try a couple others. Like I told you guys last week, I picked up Reinhardt and then proceeded to do the charge off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully get in sometime soon, maybe even after a show tonight, and check out a couple guys. Maybe play a couple games, hopefully, and see if I can, suck less. But yeah, I mean, I really like playing Reaper. I'm no good at it, so maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll give Widowmaker a try. That was another one I liked. After getting into a couple games, freaking Bastion. That's all I'm gonna say there. Put him in a corner, defend. You're kind of screwed at that point. But yeah, fun. Okay. Do we have anything else for Overwatch this week, or?
Give me that beta.
Yep.
I highly recommend anybody who hasn't tried it yet, who got the weekend beta, to download it anyways, because
Because you will enjoy it and it's amazingly fun.
Yep.
Can you do that again?
I gotta wait for your mic to cut out again, and then I can do it again.
Or she can fake it and just. Yeah.
So,
All right. Well then, if
Something.
that's all we've got on that, get some. Don't really. I mean, we had a little bit of feedback. We talked about it pre-show. Yeah, we're working on the sound issues. We don't know what's causing Scarlet to cut out. Theory's internet. And we know why my microphone blows. I just got to get the piece. which means I gotta actually go to a store that sells it. But
Guitar Center.
Amazon.com.
yes,
Amazon's good too.
yeah. So we thank you for the feedback, sir, and we look forward to hearing from you and everyone else we would like to hear from at another time. So let's do some shout outs. So again, ladies first, because I'm a nice guy like that every once in a while. Usually twice a week. Intros and shout outs. That's usually my nice guy, twice a week. Outside of that, I'm a jerk. Sometimes.
Hey, I got to be a nice girl and hold the door open for someone, and they thanked me. That was
Aw.
cool. So sometimes we can also do the gentlemanly thing, or
I know what you mean. So shout out, Scarlett, you up first.
Shout outs. I'm gonna shout out to your sleepiness. And then I'm gonna shout out to everyone I played with, everyone I played against and with in Overwatch today. Sorry that I really fit. Still fun. And yeah, shout outs for today.
Okay. How about you, Theory? Do you have any shout outs outside of your, internet company and Skype?
Oh, good God. So you probably noticed that the wall behind me is a different color than it was before. I'm in an entirely different room trying to fix this issue that's going on, and I don't really have a good answer. So the entire night we've been on, internet's been good, but Skype still hates me. So yeah, shout outs this week. Slim, Howland, of course. Who else did we run with? You were there, Draven, but I'm not giving you a shout out. Twilight, which I already gave a shout out earlier, and then Galv for helping us out a little bit too. So those are all members of our raid teams and guys that we've kind of been doing the Valerie stuff with this week. So shout out to those guys. Also, a huge shout out to the Convert to Mythic guys and to Tainted Core, because they are working to try to get as many people in CTR, the Moose Mountain, as possible. And I think that's pretty amazing. And it's going to be a difficult thing for them to do. So that's pretty cool that they're trying it. Even though I may not be the first person on the list there, because I kind of want to do it with my raid team, I still think it's pretty awesome that they're doing it. And then lastly, I would say Convert to Raid, even though they've gone through some changes and changed their format a little bit for the podcast, still very, very enjoyable. And then there's one that you probably wanted to talk about because you have a picture for. It's a Thorn and...
I don't know what you're talking about.
A Thorn and something. Lagging balls. Lagging balls, that's it. Yeah,
I don't know
balls.
what you're talking about. There's nothing to see here.
Huh. That's cool, because I could isn't it, wait a second, that's it right there.
So I mentioned it last week from BlizzCon. Fist from the Lagging Balls podcast asked. She didn't really ask. I just kind of volunteered it for whatever reason. Every now and then I have those moments where I just volunteer things that I have no idea if I'll be able to follow through on. I was actually able to do so. I got Watcher, aka Ian Hazakostas, however you say his name. I told her I would see if I could get her an autograph, and then also, a picture of him signing it. Well, I got the autograph along with a nice little message, and I took a picture of him signing it. Well, I got paid yesterday, Thursday. Well, 2 days ago for me, because it's Saturday now. Irrelevant. I got paid. I told her as soon as I got paid, I'm going to send it to her. I was a nice guy. I got it framed. It's not a great frame, but it's, it's a frame. And then I didn't tell her that I got the picture actually printed. And it's in the frame thing too. And she should get it tomorrow before she hears this. So unless she's in our chat as an anonymous person, she does not know that it's here, so don't tell her that there's a picture in there too if you're listening live.
I think we're safe. I'm pretty sure she's not in the chat room.
Well, in case someone else who knows her is basically it. But yeah. So yeah, that was my little surprise. I was going to do a second picture, earlier in the thing, but that picture didn't turn out nearly as well printed. So yeah, got a nice little bubble wrap envelope thingy and sent it out.
As much of a hard time as I give you, Draven, that's pretty cool.
I try to do nice things every now and then to make up for me being a jerk the rest of the time. Like I told Scarlett I'll try to get a couple pictures of Illidan for her, and I did that because I give her a hard time about the Death Knight thing and all that. But I give everyone a hard time. If I don't actually give you a hard time, then I don't like you. Or maybe I'm giving you a hard time because I don't like you. You never know. No, I try to only pick on people who pick back. But yeah. So that's gonna be outside of everyone they already mentioned, because Theory covered pretty much all of mine, since he covered pretty much everybody who plays any game ever.
It was like 6 people, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Convert to Raid, and I'm assuming you mean the podcast and not the guild, but
yes,
yeah, you covered pretty much everybody. That's going to be my shout out, just because every now and then I do a nice thing. Just don't expect it, because it doesn't happen often. So, with that, do we have any last word? Wait, no, we're missing something. What are we missing? Theory, is your internet going to be okay to do the contact info?
I think so. Let's see. Here we go.
Let's go ahead and wait a second.
All right. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right. So, internet test in 3, 2, 1.
So at Epic Fail Podcast, we do love it when you contact us. So here's the ways that you can do that. We are at www.epicfailpodcast.com. On Facebook, you can find us at /podcastepicfail. Twitter is at podcastepicfail. You can follow Draven at Draven Dresden on Twitter. You can follow Scarlett at Scarlett_CTR. And you can follow me, Theory, at Gank Theory, also on Twitter. Don't forget, you can find our podcasts on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. We look forward to hearing from you.
One place you can't follow Theory is in the Overwatch beta.
Ouch. I've got so much salt right now. I'm like the ocean.
That was a pretty burn.
Yeah. We need to get some water for Theory, because that was a bad burn. It's okay. You'll get in eventually, and if not, you already own the game, so...
Yeah, I just find it ironic that out of the three of us, I'm the only one that already bought it. And I literally bought it as soon as they announced that you could buy it.
Yeah.
I bought it within an hour of that happening. And I'm the one of the three of us that didn't get it.
Except for real life.
Yeah.
Not so rich as in WoW.
Yeah. Which reminds me, Theory, I need your contribution to the prize pool from the contest.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, no problem.
Otherwise, I didn't pre-order any of them. I haven't even pre-ordered Legion because I want the collector's edition box, and you can't pre-order those yet.
They did say, though, that if you pre-order the digital collectors and then buy the other one, you'll get a refund.
Yeah, last time I tried that, it didn't work out. Like,
It'll be cute.
yeah, I'll be cute in that, and I won't ever see that money. So I'm just gonna wait on the get the box. I don't need the boost. I mean, you get the pet right away if I remember correctly, but otherwise,
Yeah, you get the pet, you get the mount, and you get the boost immediately.
yeah. So I mean, I would like the mount and the pet. I can
The
wait
mount's a
on,
ground pounder.
I can
Just
wait.
in time for everybody to be flying again. They give us a ground pounder.
But
Right?
it actually makes sense as the one they gave us as a ground mount. It shouldn't fly, and whenever we go to the next expansion, we are going to be on the ground again. So
I'm gonna be on a boat. What are you talking about?
yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the show and get on the beta.
Oh, you jerk.
All right. Do we have any last words? Alrighty. Well then, in that case, not doing it. Nope, not doing it. Ever, never again.
Do it. Do
No.
it.
Nope, not doing it.
Okay, bye. Hello, mother.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.